Greetings once again, and welcome to the Class Action Point podcast.
I heard that hesitation. You forgot what we were called for a second.
No, I did not. I'm doing my William Shatner impersonation. Kinda. Alrighty. We're doing our playtest yet again, and for our playtest, playing our playtest PCs. It are Adam playing. Adam.
I'm sorry, I had to really restrain myself from keeping myself from just belting out more Smooth Operator lyrics. Stress Jorgen, Coffee-Mancers.
Nick playing.
I don't know, he's a dude. His name's Zach.
And Alex playing.
Sock, the Wild and War player.
And Jared playing.
Xalgos, the Drow Druid.
And then there's me, Andrew, who will be playing everyone else. When last we left our party of peoples, kinda, they had defended Stress Jorgen's coffee shop, the what was it, Express Yourself?
Yeah.
From awful little lizardy peoples who came to attack
And kobolds.
Yes, kobolds. And their pet rat.
The Rat Pack, if you will.
Something like that. And
Hey,
and we had a nice little fight in which Dirk, your regular that doesn't seem to actually leave the coffee shop much, if at all, almost helped out. Almost. And now, with all the kobolds lying around, probably dead, what do you do?
A very good
Pop a shot ACDN. I mean, what?
Well, since Xalgos is kind of a local official,
More.
he says he's probably thinking that I should probably head to like a local, like one of the guards. Oh, hey, Sherry. Sherry knows what's going on. Let's talk to Sherry.
Sherry or Melody, probably, who were knocked out during the battle.
Oh, right. I remember now. I did say that I was going to come over here and start tending to them.
Yep, so, tending to them you do. So, let's see a heal check.
Alrighty. This should turn out well. Oh. Uh-oh.
Okay, so Alex. Okay. Alrighty.
She's fine, I guess.
I'm pretty sure this is not supposed to be hanging out. It's not supposed to be inside here.
Sherry's fine. Let's fix up Melody. Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
She's dead, Jim.
This is not.
Is anyone an actual priest?
Sock might be, but Sock is a bit distracted. Or Sock's player is.
Oh yeah, I am out. I'm that blob right there. Excellent, yeah. I love it. I look over, I see you shouting, and I see like they're suffering from stab wounds and they're kind of bleeding out, and you've successfully like bandaged their foreheads. And I'm like, no, that's not what they need.
They bandage their forehead, but really you need to.
You put a comical cross band-aid on their like foreheads. Like, that'll cure it all, won't it? and it's just like they're dying, and I'm like, no,
And
no, you gotta do
Sock,
this.
it's
So I'm
photosynthesis.
Look, just because I'm working
Coming.
with the humans now doesn't mean I understand human physiology.
so I do move over to Redhead Guard, and
Sure.
I'm gonna kind of attempt to patch her right up.
What's
Alright.
the big deal? You've got 3 of those.
No, we don't.
Alrighty. So,
Turns out
See,
that
did I
Zachary Zoidberg.
Alrighty.
what? That can't be right.
Alright.
Engineering History Arcana. Why do I have Dungeoneering Endurance History?
I don't know. Why do you?
No. Okay, so on one sheet I have one thing, on another sheet I have another thing. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? So I'm going to
Cheat gremlins.
presume my actual real-life character sheet is accurate rather than the one that was built for me typing shit in. I want to fix that. I'm going to click this heal button. Let me make sure the numbers are right. Oh, you know why it's This is going to be great.
What?
You know why it's wrong? Because I'm not even looking at heal, I'm looking at history. I stopped at H and I was like, that's heal, right? So I'm going to use my untrained heal to patch him up like a pro. I'm like, no, you're doing it wrong. You gotta put the band-aid on the other side of the head.
Okay. It worked.
Ow.
Wait.
So my character sheet was in fact accurate after all. I just
Can't
read apparently.
And Zach is going back to find something.
Good. Sherry's taken care of. Let's help a Melody out.
Awesome, excellent. Okay, so here's what you gotta do with old Melody here. And I kind of move on over, and I'm just like pouring coffee into her wounds as I.
Make another
It's
check.
hot. It'll cut. It's hot. It'll sterilize them.
God.
Right.
Oh my
No,
God.
these people are dead. These people are no longer with us.
Oh boy.
I'm like, yeah, that's what you need. Like the Popeye theme plays from the gutter over there. Like, you see a clown, they're like, we all flow down here, and it's like, it's great.
Okay,
We're having a good time.
This is a thing.
This. We're the worst medics ever.
Sock, I think we need help. Bad.
We need more bandages. Their heads are bleeding badly. Oh, wait, not anymore. We got bandages. We're good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, their hair is completely covered from, like, the wrappings that we've placed on them at this point.
Alright.
Like, we're just drawing on the casts at this point.
Now I feel like we're an insane clown posse. Fucking humans. How do they work?
I'm playing a sorcerer in a 5e game that doesn't know how magic works, just thinks it's something that happens to you. And oh boy, if that music video hasn't
Alrighty.
come up like a bajillion times.
As you're attempting to do these things, someone approaches. Whom I've just met.
It's the high priest who actually knows how to heal people.
No, it's a...
And from deep within his clown makeup, he applies some miracles.
So, yes, Sock has managed to, heal them quite well by actually tending to the places that are actually wounded on them.
Okay, so those things in the middle are supposed to stay in the middle.
Yes, they are not something else. All right, as you're
I'm just looming over them, like coffee dripping from like an outpoured cup as I like water
meanwhile
their
during
wounds
all
with like
this,
espresso.
meanwhile Dirk has been kind of twitching back and forth from too
He's
much
fine. That
coffee.
twitching means he's still alive.
And kind of just does that same thing again and just walks back through the wall somehow. Back to his usual spot. He's had enough action for the day.
It's 3 5-year-olds trying to play Operation. And there's a
Why
lot
does
of
Melody's joints keep buzzing at me?
Fizz.
I'm thinking more like What's that disease where you shake a lot? Trying to play
Parkinson's?
Operation while you have that very untreated.
Parkinson's.
Yeah.
Probably.
Basically,
Garrett's I guess.
the whole time.
Oh man, we're doing our best Michael. I almost said Michael Jackson impression. Michael J. Fox impression over here.
Yeah. Well, anyways, basically,
Back when those Rage comics were all the rage, there was one where this guy was buying a Sprite, and it shows up 8 times in the checkout window, and his clerk was Michael J. Fox.
all right. So, as Sock has managed to basically save these ladies' life, a sergeant of the watch, Sergeant Ector, and a small group of other guards approach, see the carnage that has happened, and 2 of his guardswomen have been injured. It's like, what's going on here? What?
Xalgos looks up and he's like, Hector. It's like, you arrived just in time. It's like, this establishment was just attacked by a group of kobolds.
So is every other one.
Every other one?
Well, a lot of them.
What's going on?
There's kobolds in the streets, all over them.
Because they're dead. Can't get them to vacate once you leave a corpse.
These
I
are
just
not
look
the
proudly
only
over
one.
the dead kobolds.
These were
I'm
not
like,
the only.
I love it when real life people with real life families are dead.
Yeah. Well, there's more.
I'm a hobgoblin. This is cool for me.
You're also. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, Xalgos looks at Hector and says, where are they coming from? What's going on?
Everywhere from the looks
I
of it.
storm
We
very
need
carefully.
everyone. We need as many men and women up, able-bodied warriors or whatever that we can get. We need to keep.
I say there's no way I'm letting these little bastards make off of my teacups like they did last month. I'm in.
You can count on me as well.
Yes. Okay, so get any of your good. Xalgos, can you gather up some more Xalgos? Mr. Jorgen, can you gather up a team and start heading out to this place while we clean up? Perhaps we can see if we can gather info and take down as many of these and drive the rest out. So,
Of course.
alrighty, get together a team, any able-bodied men or women, especially if they've got some combat skill.
I look at the folks around, and I'm like, I look at Sock and so you interested in helping out?
I think Sock's player is currently slightly occupied as far as voice. I think. I'd assume. Well, let's assume they'll agree. We can find out later on exactly how. Anybody else here that helped with this fight? Anybody?
I have my espresso machine.
Yeah, well,
Zach's inside wondering where the hell the proprietor is and when he's coming back so we can get a refill going.
Oh man, there ain't a kobold-sized hole in the wall you can just look out and figure that one out.
Yeah.
What class was Zach again?
He's a rogue.
Oh, okay. Xalgos looks around and he's like, "Well, there was what looked to be a sort of skirmisher.
There was a
He was just here."
Zach's going to come to the door and just kind of poke his head out. Excuse me, can I get some service here now, please?
Excuse me, did you just see the fucking kobolds that ran through my property? I'm dealing with business right now. You can sit at your chair and wait. Maybe Gram will get to you once she's done sweeping up blood.
Xalgos kind of looks at Zach cheekily and says, "I'm afraid if you want your service, we'll have to get rid of all these kobolds."
Zach's face kind of screws up a little bit. There's more.
Meanwhile, Gram's like, the espresso machine tipped over again. Oh, actually, I should have had Nick do that. He did a great Gram. I remember it. It was like very raspy and great.
The espresso machine tipped over. What are we going to do?
Oh, she got ethnic all of a sudden. I love it.
Oh, boy.
It's okay. We'll make it through this. This is dark times, but we're going to be okay, everybody. We're going to be fine.
Gram's accent changes every session.
Gram doesn't have a accent.
I was going to say, Gram has a guttural goblin accent, and it's really hard to kind of pin down that comment, so it just kind of changes up. And here we are, in essentially a port town, what with the elves and the dwarves running through. It's a lot to get mixed up.
This is a situation fraught with emotion.
It's true. Tensions are high.
So the sergeant basically, Sergeant Ector here is kind of like, well, we need able-bodied men, women, warriors, any warriors or combat-ready, capable individuals to help if they can.
All right, where should we report to?
Well,
Is there any healing to be had?
well, you will have at this point at least a short rest before you have to do something else. So
Sweet.
you could use healing surges if you need to, or ask for other healing, quote unquote, for that. But we need to get ready here soon.
Yeah, I'm just chugging coffee away till my surges are spent. I'm all patched up.
Alrighty.
Looks like
As soon as you're up to moving, we've seen some heading towards the main to the city square. So heading towards there will help. My group is going to be heading towards the area, in the north, and a few other things. So
Those little devils.
it looks like Alex is having a little bit of difficulty. It's gonna take a few minutes. So we're gonna have. So we'll have something called a skill challenge to see how well you can get where you're going when there are kobolds all over the place and more chaos.
Stupid kobolds.
So I'm assuming Sock will be kinda in the background for a bit of this. So let's get an initiative from each of the other characters.
Okay, let's see. Sheets and
That's better.
right.
That's a good one.
Oh, nice. I rolled a 10.
Not bad. Above average for the level. Time. So basically you need to find your way towards the quote-unquote main square of the town of Truth Valley. As you are currently in an area pretty close to the the outskirts, it might take a while, especially in the chaos of battle and other such things. So Zach, what will you do to find your way?
I am going to try and help the party sneak closer.
Alrighty. Stealth check to try and basically get past some kobolds that would slow you down. Gotcha. That is a crit. So, we'll call that definitely a success. So we will shove a kobold.
Actually, if
here
I
to
remember
mark
skill
that.
challenges, isn't a crit considered 2 successes?
Under
I
it,
was gonna say, is that even a thing? I've never heard of that. I aspire to have it applied, though.
there are certain kind of feats or special abilities that can definitely make that. So, I will consider it. It's definitely a success, at least. If nothing more. So we'll.
I remember reading that somewhere, and I'm thinking, like, is that the regular rules, or like you said, is that just a feat or something?
I think there is a feat, or at least a couple of abilities where basically you can get 2 successes with certain things. I can't remember what one they are. But that will be a success for. Definitely. You sneak past a bunch of kobolds and find your face, and as you sneak around, you find yourself face to face with a pair of those big rat things that have just come around a corner without their kobold masters. Xalgos. Sure.
Alrighty, I know this city not quite as well as the people who've lived there all their lives, but I know it pretty well. So I'm going to use perception to see if I can find like a back alley to like dodge out of the sight so that these rat things don't see us.
Ah, gotcha. The rats, you managed to. There is a thin, very thin alley right between the two buildings on your right. But it's not the way you need to go. But well, at the very least, you can get away.
It'll get us away from these rats.
You'll get away from the big rats.
I very quickly pointed out, like, hit quick in here.
Carefully going through the little the little gap, barely a foot wide. Can barely get through there to the other side of that building. Those buildings. Stress. What are you gonna do?
I've got a few ideas mechanically. I'm just trying to iron out the bullshit before I kind of spit it out. But essentially, it's a history check I was thinking of making, and with the history, of course, it's a simple, unfortunately, just knowledge of past events. So I'm trying to parlay that and familiarity with the city into something that basically speaks as escape route without essentially repeating exactly.
You're trying to remember where things are in relation to other things. It's been
I'm not making an intelligence check. It'd be more like a
trying to remember,
like I'd say, familiarity with the region to
Gotcha.
And
so history check to remember stuff. Like mapping and look and such.
Ooh, I know what's nearby. The Great Escape of 1866. Insert actual year. What with Tiny Joe and his thieving band of halflings, they were able to kind of evade the cops going through insert name of route over there, and I'll put dollars to donuts that if we kind of take that way, the kobolds will kind of be
All
keeping
right,
us
roll.
looking around
roll
at
for
ground
it.
level while we kind of. Oh yeah. Actually, yeah, that's what it is kind of maybe taking a more vertical and kind of a more elevated route
Yeah,
that
roll for
kobolds
it.
at ground level won't be expecting.
Okay.
I dig this.
Gotcha. Yes, it appears that place is still, is still open except for the other end. As you manage to get into there and realize the other end has been blocked off.
Ah, crap! They put the Urban Youth Center here. Why couldn't those frickin' breakdancers just lose the contest
However-
and have it get demolished?
However, if you could get that, if you get the other end, is blocked not very well. Perhaps there's something that Zach can do to try and get it unblocked.
The whole
Alright, so-
world is counting on you.
How are we talking blocked?
It looks like a couple of boards and maybe like some kind of chain is holding them, or chain or something. A makeshift grate thing as well.
It's the kind of thing where you can either athletics and break it all down, or you can use thievery to pick open the chain and pry off the boards.
Something like either of those would be very effective in this.
Is there any kind of gap anywhere around that I can maybe fit through?
No, but you can see through good portions of it. And can't you kind of teleport to places you can kind of see nearby? You could get past there.
Normally I can. I don't remember if that recharges after a short rest or a long rest. Let me check.
It's
here.
a short rest.
If
yes.
it's your, I was going to say, if you're an Eldrin and you're using your Eldrin power, I'm going to bet that, like all racials, it's probably encounter based.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah, it's
encounter.
basically
Alright.
every 5 minutes. And this is a new encounter, and you've had a good 5-10 minutes at least since the last time you've used it.
Oh, what that baby face doing? Ow! Fucking.
What will happen?
Is there any
Cat bit me.
is there any spot like traditionally out of reach that I can maybe acrobatics my way up to and through, and then unblock the door from the other side?
It's a little.
Oh,
well,
yeah,
this is
you
a-
could wall bounce or parker your way through it, maybe.
Well, this is a little. It's a little tunnel. You're almost crawling to get through it because it was originally made for halflings size. However, you're probably. It'll probably be a lot easier to get that lock you can barely see open if you can get it from that side. There is a little lock on the chain, but it's hard to reach from over here. In short,
My only thing is I want to try and save that in reserve in case we actually run across kobolds.
well, yeah, but this might also be the time to use it for this encounter.
Devising a workaround, like something to MacGyver my way through. Would that be thievery or dungeoneering?
I'd
Like
say if you're
something
like
to
trying
devise to reach it from this side
Like,
and try and unlock it from the other side.
If you're trying to reach it, that'd probably be more thievery.
yeah, probably thievery.
Yeah,
of some
I was going to
sort
say, I'd say
to make a nice
engineering is more like architectures,
Okay.
slimes, things like that.
Yeah.
All right, let's give that a shot.
All right. Your first attempt, you find like some sticks around. The first one break. You're pretty sure it's too. You've either got a really short one that will probably work, or one that's long but might break if you can't get it. Which do you choose?
All right, say that again.
You're looking around for like something you could put a kind of like a little pick to get there. One of them's a short, thick stick you find, or a longer stick that might break. Basically, thick stick, more difficult check, but no penalty if you fail. Long stick, if you fail, it's an easier check, but if you do fail, that stick is broke and you've lost your pick on the other side of the thing.
Mm.
So
Let's go with the shorter, thicker one.
all
Because
right.
I got long, slender arms.
All right, you might be. It might take. So go ahead. Thievery check to try and get to that. Get it. You got it. You got your pick tied to it. Now make me another thievery check to see how effective you can get it in. And unlock that lock. Oh, plenty good. Plenty of. It's almost too easy. You miss it. The lock was apparently not as far as it seemed, so you didn't really need a big long stick for it. And you get your pick in there, take a moment, click, kind of pull it off the part of the chain, and basically with little effort you can get the little grate off and kind of just move a couple of boards. And you guys can crawl right out the little grate there area into an unfamiliar area. Well, unfamiliar kind of to Zach and Stretch, but Xalgos, where are you and what will you do? It's a familiar place to you.
Huh. Is it?
Yes, but what I am trying to give you some narrative control. Is this like a, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Is it someplace that you would know? It's someplace you would know about? What is it?
Let's see. On our way to the central square, we wandered into an alley, and now we busted, and we went through a passage. We busted through we must be in the basement of the apothecary.
Oh, the apothecary. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, the old apothecary, yes. But right now,
I mean, they had to move, shop because it wasn't as popular a business as he thought it would be, and had to get a smaller place.
Yeah.
And this building never got picked back up.
Yeah, it's a mostly abandoned place. Gotcha. You're in the basement of an old apothecary. So, what are you gonna do?
I don't suppose I can use perception again.
Well, yeah, it's kind of. I'd like you to at least try something different if you can think of anything else. Yes.
Let's see. As I make my way up to the first floor, do I see anything immediately amiss?
Not really a miss, but it looks like not everything that was. There's a couple of old barrels and jars here and there left over from the apothecary that used to.
Does it look like it's been looted recently?
It looks fairly dusty, actually.
All right, so it's like no attacks have come here yet.
Or at
I'm
least
gonna
not in here.
go to the door and peek outside. Is there anything outside?
Outside, you see two kobolds walk by, but not actually come to this building. So.
All right, I go back to the stairs and I motion everyone to come on up.
All right.
And now I believe it's going to be my turn to try to be a little sneaky.
Okay, try it.
All right, it's okay. I know where we are from here, so I'm going to try to, try to help everyone be a little sneaky so that we can, walk on out and head the proper way to the city square.
Alrighty. Gotcha.
No whammy, no whammy. And
Okay, good enough, barely. You see, you're
well, that's good.
You head, the way that the kobolds were going, it appears to be the way you need to go to. So you're kind of sneaking behind them, kind of tailing them for the moment.
Having some close calls, I guess.
Close calls, but still not being noticed. it's more. These two kobolds seem to be a little bit nervous and trying to, and more perceptive than the average. They might be. You assume they'd be either scouts or some kind of like of some sort, some kind of scouts. Like they're checking this area out for potential for a group that will be coming later on, bigger and tougher and more dangerous.
Alright, so as long as we don't make a whole lot of noise, these kobolds aren't going to be, onto us.
Yeah. So, and at this
Alright.
point...
So I'm just like, alright everyone, just quietly this way.
Okay. So, as they're headed across like a little, like intersection, you can basically go right or left from there and kind of go around to the next street over and head in the general direction you need to go.
Yep, we're on our way.
Alrighty. And we have, which leaves us with stress. What are you? You've got one last, a couple more blocks to go.
I just want to let you know. Good luck. We're all counting on you.
Yes, we are.
I just watched that movie. Oh man.
So stress.
Damn, that threw me off.
What are you gonna do?
Well, what I was going to say was using some kind of dried up residue chemicals I grabbed from that apothecary. I'm kind of applying some coffee for some liquid, kind of making a base there, and speaking of base, mixing my basics and my acidics together, and as the liquid foams, I kind of, and as we round the corner, making our way down the path, I throw the stuff directly into some kobolds, attempting to melt them like someone just took their mogwai on a sunset vacation strip. Easy for me to say. Sunset vacation trip.
Okay.
And
what will be?
completely regretted it. And that'll probably be Arcana to make sure I'm
Gotcha.
mixing these mystical chemicals together.
All right, bring it.
Come on. Oh, hey, nice.
And that will be enough. You basically melt a pair of kobolds that are kind of looking the other way at the moment.
Yeah, I'm
And
all like,
put-
pss, 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 and then I get them right in the eyes.
And that means right around that corner over there is the square. So let's go see.
Alright, we made it.
Barely so.
Gee, I thought the only squares here were you guys.
Ah, damn it.
Womp womp.
I know, that one kind of gave me cancer a little bit. That's how bad it was.
Okay, this is not working. Okay, give me a moment here. I think my something went.
Refrigerator's running?
No, my
Flies down?
drawing needs to be repositioned.
Not aligned?
Yeah, it got out unaligned here. Actually, let's see if we can put it into the map
Well,
layer so I don't have
I'm about to
worry
get a second variation of cancer, but looks like Stress isn't the only person that's unaligned here.
Yep.
Oh no, my prostate.
So yeah, it appears that there's a group of kobolds kind of, wandering about on the merchant bazaar side of the main square. They appear to be doing things, going through
they
stuff,
couldn't,
and preparing.
like, save that for when they were home.
So yes, there's stuff going on here. Also-
Crapola.
What?
That's a lot of dudes.
Yes, a lot of dudes.
Yeah, it's a dude party. Just like all the parties I go to. Come on, man, invite the ladies.
Yep.
The ladies
You know.
just bring us down, man.
Swear, the only time a sausage party is acceptable is a barbecue.
Alrighty. Let me see if Alex is.
Oh, I never healed myself, even though I said, "Whoa, the fuck just happened?"
Yeah, I was just about to say something.
Oh, go ahead. Okay, I was just checking to see if Alex was around. Here to still be busy.
Oh no,
Discretion.
4 of those minions died from having nothing to do while Alex is gone. Or maybe they just died of shame because they know what happened to their brethren. Like, drowned in coffee, how terrible.
Alrighty.
Alright, I'm trying to make my screen not be all freaking blue. Oh, there we go. There we go, that's pretty sweet, I like that. That's pretty visible there.
Alright. I'm just checking with Alex here real quick. But we'll need, fresh initiatives because this will be a new encounter. Also of note, you have completed 2 encounters in a day, which means action point has been
Hurrah!
achieved. So let me get my critters
That's
here. Here for a moment.
We don't get dailies back after 2 encounters, right?
No,
That's
but
correct.
Okay.
no, but basically that's about the only thing that doesn't recharge our daily abilities. Well,
I'm gonna
except for-
I never
except
got
for
the chance
Tom.
to say it, but
What?
to brew up a special pot of healing coffee, I'm gonna spend my own search for that.
That's fine. Alrighty. I'm just seeing what the things I'm. These guys to be added. This dude needs to be added. I'm just add a random other kobold to the list for the other ones. Alright, need kobolds. Ooh, well. That's gonna be a thing. Alright, next next one is the chemist, which has the most pathetic bonus. Still got a 10. Somebody's got music in the background. Alright.
Oh man, I am listening to so much Sade right now. All that saxophone, it's beautiful. I did not know you could hear it though, so that's a good, if you can hear it, just let me know, I'll crank it down.
Crank it down then, yeah. It's still
Alrighty.
kind of quiet. It's fairly quiet in the background, but so I can hear it, but not very well, and I don't want to get,
The kobolds are rocking to some jams.
Oh yeah, like there's like one chemist in the back, and like he's just like saxing it up. Like meanwhile, like somebody's just like belting out these like sultry tunes. I'm going to assume it's like Kobold 2 left. Oh, it's Stormclaw. Stormclaw looks like they can handle some Sade.
Alrighty, that's a thing that happened. And the shifter has a +5.
Stormclaw's all like, "Your love is king. You're the ruler of my heart."
Alrighty, I think I got all the initiatives I need. Let us organize this. And it is the one that I have designated as 3 hands. He has a knife in one hand, a knife in the other hand, and a knife
What does he have in his third hand?
and a knife on his tail.
What's he got in his third hand?
His third hand is his tail.
Ooh, sexy.
Yeah. But he's not really very, paying attention to your way. It appears that they are trying to get into this building up here.
He's all like, "The Build-A-Bear workshop will be mine."
I get myself one of those really cute Eevee plushies from the Pokemon games.
You gotta whisper a secret into it. It gives it a soul.
Mm-hmm. So basically, let's see what he's gonna do. He is basically going to be, he's gonna go up to the door and be kind of trying to mess with the like doorknob and lock. And that's what he's doing.
Oh, we can't have that now.
Oh no. But the other kobolds are kind of. It appears that most of these little guys here, the little green ones, are kind of on guard duty. So as you're approaching, let's see. There. Wow, this is not gonna be very effective. So they're gonna try and see you. That one does not. That one could if you rolled really bad. But you I'm assuming like average roll for stealth. Basically, stealth a quote unquote passive stealth.
I was gonna say stealth is that my
Good.
10 is if I roll a natural 1 on stealth.
Gotcha. Well then, let's get actually Xalgos, Stress. Roll me some stealth checks to see how well whether they can actually see you. Zach is very successful. Xalgos is as well.
This will be amusing, beautiful disaster.
Stress is stealthy enough for now.
Did you just crit again?
No, actually, Stress got a 12 on the die.
Oh, well, that'll keep you hidden for now.
For now. These kobolds are kind of distracted right now. The other ones are looking in different ways, different directions.
I'm willing to bet, just knowing my stealth score and knowing my roll luck, that any moment now the hot water reservoir in my portable wrist-mounted espresso machine is going to start hissing anytime soon.
Yep.
Kind of out steam like a train.
But you have a second or two before that. Meanwhile, this guy here is observing this away and not really paying attention to the way you're coming. This one kobold that's in kind of like a loose-fitting kind of robe is not looking your direction. Whoa, where did all the Cedras come from?
I'm going to use these Cedras as little markers for my thingies, since I'm going to be throwing out conjurations. Also, he's actually no. Here's what it is. Cedra popping in from the other campaign is running so fast that the only thing left is after images.
And finally, we reach someone who's actually in the party. Zach. They have not noticed you yet, as far as you can tell.
Alright. Let's see.
Your goal is to try to keep it that way.
Or at least...
Or brain, to...
Your mission, if you choose to accept it.
Something like that.
Is to kill every kobold.
Hey, that's a pretty good PR lore there.
Yes, you have to kill them in most horrible ways that you can possibly imagine.
Alright, Zach. So what's your plan?
I am going to whip a dagger. I'm going to first create my weapon in my hand, and then whip it at this kobold's face.
Gotcha. Go for it.
With a sly flourish.
Alrighty.
Wait a minute. Let me double check. Yeah, that's the one with extra damage. I like that one.
Alrighty.
Do it.
14 versus AC. Technically, they don't know you're there, so combat advantage, and since they don't know you're there, you catch them catch them right in the top of the head, slicing it open, and he just kind of falls backwards and stops.
And I summon the knife back to my hand, and I try and duck behind this this bench for cover.
Yeah, ducking behind the bench. Stealth check.
Summon the knife. Wait, do you have a magic knife?
He's got the what's it called, the Unseal the Agent theme.
Yeah, the Unseelie dagger.
That's cool.
Cutest priest.
Well, Well,
I just bang my head on the back of the bench and fall on my ass.
Well, this guy did not notice you. Of course, though, he is kind of busy. He's very distracted. This guy would have if he survived. But yeah. But nobody seemed to be looking in this kobold's direction yet. He didn't really make much of a noise when he died.
Which is always a good thing.
You're lucky.
Right, nobody saw my shit myself just now.
Alright, chemist up here is... The chemist, let me see his, wow. This is busy picking at something in his snout. He is not...
As kobolds are one to do.
Alright, and it is now Stress's turn.
Alright, we've, you say we've still got the jump?
For the moment, at least.
Alrighty.
It
Well,
might not last much longer, though.
I agree. I'm just trying to figure out what the most amusing thing to do would be regarding my conjurations. Because I can either conjure up traps that they're not going to notice, or I can conjure up a big old eyeball that's going to stare at them ominously. And I don't know which is which to do. You know, actually, I do know. I am going to conjure up that eyeball. So, kind of pop that. Yeah.
Somewhere.
I'm liking it right here.
Alrighty.
That Cedra looks like he's and basically what I do is I almost grenade like ooh, actually not even grenade like I kind of cock my my arm and using my wrist mounted portable espresso machine, I shoot coffee into the air like I'm firing t-shirts off to a crowd, and kind of forms like coalescing and kind of takes the shape of like a chocolatey beholder, and it despite having no I'd say depth of color to it, being all solid, it still kind of has like I'd say the shape. It's certainly opaque, you can't see through it, and it's just kind of staring at everything
beholder
else.
bar.
It's like one of those like Ferrero Rochers, but like it's got tentacles.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so that's one thing you've done. Anything else you can do?
That's my standard action. This is like some form of surprise round, correct?
It could be, or it might not be, depending.
Well, I will say they do take the coffee's not invisible. It's, I suppose, up to you whether they're going to be noticing it through their effects. I know they certainly didn't notice one of their allies dying in agony. And so regarding that, I've got ooh, okay, actually let me ask you this. Judging from what I know from the last fight, who seems to be the type to kind of rush into danger out of the group currently accompanying me?
Probably me.
Probably you. In that case, I kind of whip a small vial, like an Erlenmeyer flask at you, but it's got coffee in it, and like you kind of turn and it just smacks you on the forehead, like it just shatters, and you're just like, eh. But what it does is it gives you healing surge +4 temporary hit points.
Ooh, neat.
Yeah, that'll be should be useful.
I hope so. Also, spoilers. That's my heal, so treasure it.
Alright.
Or don't. It's specifically there to help you.
Alrighty. Anything else Stress is gonna do?
Alright.
I don't think so.
How many temp is it?
It is your healing surge value. You do not spend a healing surge because I'm using an artificer heal. Healing surge value +4. So probably something like 12.
10.
10. Should have just used it on myself, I swear, you people.
I'm a druid.
No, that's a...
I have wizard HP.
Oh, that's right. I swear. What a misfire with the druid. It's like, yeah, we're gonna make a controller that runs into melee.
Well,
Or not, although I will say I do love myself some druid.
Alright, so Stress has done his thing.
Yeah, I've done my thing. It's like nice
Alrighty.
syrupy tones, like kind of emanating from my arm.
As a minor action, I'm going to shapeshift into my Pantherantula form.
I love it.
Tarantula.
We're already starting the whole abomination of nature thing going.
Well, I mean, he's a drow, so the spider thing is kind of ingrained into his DNA, but he's trying to be elfy, so it was Pantherantula.
I
Yes,
assume
an
it's like
eight-legged
old school
panther.
Loth, where old school Loth was just like a spider with a drow face, but now you're a spider with like a panther face, like some sort of weird basketball mascot.
No, he looks like a panther. It's just this panther has 8 legs, and two of them are like long and spindly.
Ooh, or maybe he looks like a panther, but he's got predator face.
Oh god. Alright,
But
so
But
what
this
was
abomination is going to move forward,
I like how
and he's
all said and done, it's still an abomination.
and he's going to spew some, I guess, locust, but
bees?
I'm going to say bees at these 3 right here.
I assume you
Gotcha.
shout bees when you do that.
All right, so the minions will be numbers 1 and 2, and the shifter will be number 3.
Ah, fuck.
Alright, this will be 1.
Damn.
What?
How did that happen?
What happened?
Electrical current just shot through my my headset.
Ooh,
Huh.
ow.
That's weird.
You need to fix
Yeah.
that.
Like straight to my headset. Like zapped the finger holding the mic.
Ow. Anyways,
On and off.
Well, anyway, as we've established, I probably have combat advantage for this, which I probably
yeah,
needed
this
because
is one
it's
of
low
the
to hit.
1. Alright, 1 got completely missed, 2 got crit and dead, and 3 has gotten hit as well. So this one is...
All right, so 1 was this guy, 2 was this guy, and 3 was the shifter.
Yeah, we might as well get the bodies out of the way so we don't forget about it. Get in the way. And the shifter took, wow, minimum damage.
I know, right? And so that means there is now
Bees.
bees
Or,
all over here.
Or, well, little flying spider things.
Little flying insects of some variety.
Yeah, spider bees. Spider bees.
Do whatever spider bees do.
Alright, that was your turn unless you want action point.
That was everything I could do. And if now I'm going to save my action point for a little later.
Alrighty.
I just made my presence known, and there's this horrific beast spewing bees.
Which 3 Hand has almost pretty much doesn't need to make a check to notice, but I will just to be safe. Yes,
I
that's
hope
what
he
said-
fails it. Please fail it, 3 hands. That would be amazing.
17, maybe?
If
Well, you
you're
did
doing
break your
I was gonna say, if we're doing the passive stealth thing, my passive stealth is 19.
Yeah, you kind of broke stealth by launching spider bees.
Yes, launching bees does have a bad tendency of making you seen.
Yeah, so
Please be gentle, senpai.
So 3 Hand is going to do a thing. He has noticed the drow thing, the panther thing.
And he's going to willingly walk towards it.
Oh yeah. He's hardcore. He has
He
3
must be.
knives. 1 for each of his hands, quote unquote. And he's gonna unleash an attack with each of them. This triple threat. He's going to try and stab you with his right, the one in his right hand. Fail. His left hand. Crit. For 9 damage. And then he's going to spin around and try and slash at you with his, at your legs. All of them. With his tail. 11 will 11 hit your reflex?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I did still crit you with the one that did hit for 9
And
whole
wait,
damage.
Wait.
It did 9 damage.
Yeah, it took almost all my temps.
Yeah, almost.
I was going to say that would have been a bloody if it weren't.
Alrighty. This kobold is going to scream in terror at the spider bees. And just kind of trying to run away from them a little bit. This one has noticed Chocolate Beholder. Looking at him. Does Chocolate Beholder have like hit points or can be attacked or anything?
It's a conjuration, so it cannot be targeted. Likewise, being a creature, it cannot do jack shit for anybody. What it can do is all enemies in the aura
Which we can barely see.
do not grant concealment, or I say do not grant concealment. They do grant concealment if they so choose. They just do not benefit from it.
Okay.
And when an ally within, not within, but I'm sorry. When an ally attacks any enemy in that aura, the enemy takes 4 extra psychic damage.
Okay, well the kobold is going to try and make a intelligence check and try it. Of course, it's dumb. Yeah, it's going to try and fail to stab the beholder thing.
It's made of chocolate. It must die.
This guy over here has heard the screams and is going to wander over towards where the screams came from. And this guy did as well. Is going to do the same. The shifter is in the spider bees, has been hurt by them, and is going to walk up to the thing that should not be and attempt to stab it with his
Why
little
he
sword.
do that?
15 versus AC.
That's exactly my AC.
Alrighty then, I need
I don't think I have any way to say no.
minimum damage 6. You finally taken actual damage.
And it's minimum damage, but it still hurts.
Alright, the Stormclaw has heard the screams of terror and is going to go investigate them. And sees the chocolate beholder. And it's going to attempt to attack it and fail. Because, it's a thing. Zach, apparently hiding behind the bench was a good idea. And now, it's your turn.
Yeah, we're going to pop up again and Sly Flourish that one there.
Gotcha. Go for it. Are you... Give me a second here. Okay, yeah, you are actually rolling. It's just... It seems like 14 total. 14, of course so. Technically...
But he is still hidden from it, so he still has combat advantage.
True. Then that's a hit. And that's a 1 dead kobold.
And I am going to try and let's see. I'm going to slide over behind the arm of this bench here and try to hide behind it.
Alright, you're going to try and basically get behind the bench there. And try and stealth to it. Go ahead, stealth check. Much better. It's going to be hard for them to see you at all. It's a nice
He's a ranged rogue, is what he does.
It's a nice big bench, and you can get a nice crouch without being, not being seen and not being like practically exactly prone either. Alrighty. The chemist has heard the scream and will investigate it as well. And we'll see the chocolate beholder. We'll attempt to throw a concoction at it, and we'll fail. As basically, chocolate beholder becomes frozen chocolate beholder, but that doesn't really matter much. It does cold damage to it. It doesn't really affect it at all otherwise.
Oh no, it's crunchy and delicious.
Yes, chocolate beholder has now been refrigerated.
Oh, that'll do wonders for its longevity. Speaking of chocolate beholder, don't feel afraid to move things into its square if you choose. Being a conjuration, it's not occupying really anything.
Alright, stress jargon. Chocolate beholder
Alrighty, well,
Chocolate Beholder was a big success.
Yes, it has managed to distract a good chunk of the enemy. That and...
that's because kobolds don't know it's not chocolate. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to action point, and for my first standard, I'm going to play... oops, that's my pointer tool.
I was going to say, the Chocolate Beholder is going to be in a lot of trouble once they find out it is chocolate.
And what chocolate is, because chocolate is not a commonly known thing amongst kobolds.
Well, they're gonna bite at it, and they're gonna like it, and they're gonna take more bites.
And what's second Cedra?
These two little Cedras are ice trap Cedras. Putting them there is really just a formality because they're about to go bye-bye with hope. And that was my first standard action as I lay down 2 ice trap shards, or ice shard traps, I mean to say.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to action point and kind of holding out my weapon, kind of my fist, with my espresso, my wrist-mounted portable espresso machine. Yeah. Kind of pull down on a lever and like shoot a stream of espresso all whip-like at 3 hands there.
Yeah.
And I'm clicking Cedra. I was like, why do I have 5 storms listed as an attack? Tell you what, it looks like I'm going to have to actually get my character sheet for these. Oh no, did I not macro this? Or is it like new ability 2, 3, or 4? I thought for sure Hold on. Nope, I guess not. Okay, well, tell you what. I'm going to just bullshit this roll real quick. It's easy for me to say. It's only got like a +4 bonus to attack because it's implement weapon, but I'm using lightning lure. And so like as I whip... Oh, that's ranged 3. Shoot, I better move first.
Yeah.
See? Haste, check your powers.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. That's exactly where I want to do. So I move right there.
And through the...
Give myself the 1d20 plus 4. I can let's get excited for a 1, everybody.
Not a 1.
That isn't a 1, so that's
That'll hit anything of it.
Well, now I'm not excited.
Alrighty.
It's okay. Tune into the real game for more 1s and 2s. So that's 5 lightning damage plus 4, so 9 lightning damage as the punishing eye kind of zaps him.
It's 1d6 plus 4.
It's 1d6 plus 4 plus 4 from my punishing eye.
Sorry, I forgot the eye thing.
And I pull him 2 squares. You get to guess where. Naturally.
There and there.
Yep. And
So,
triggering both traps in turn.
Trigger the traps first.
All right.
And then
Here's
I'll move
trap
him.
number 1.
16 versus Fortitude will hit for 10 more cold damage. Put that out of the way.
That's actually going to be 14 more cold damage. I don't
14,
have
of
a
course.
prompt for. Yeah, I don't have a prompt for
Alrighty.
asking me about that stuff. Here's number 2.
13 versus
Probably a
Fortitude.
miss, right?
Hits exactly.
Oh, it does. Okay.
For
So he takes
another-
14 more points of damage, cold damage. Actually, no, he doesn't. He takes 19 more points because the first time he got zapped by that, he
So,
also gained
5
vulnerable
more
5
damage.
cold, and is granting combat advantage.
Well, Chief Three Hands is now bloodied next to you. I'm
Excellent.
just gonna move your. I assume these things blow up and
They're done.
I know
I'm
them
gonna actually
just-
delete them. Yeah.
Okay. And it's now next to you, and it's bloodied.
All right. Excellent.
As a result of becoming bloodied, Three Hands uses his triple threat immediately. Hey, there's a stress next to him.
All right.
He's
You can
gonna
come
stab
at me.
you with all three of his knives, or try to.
Ruh-roh.
Right knife. Come on, roll the
Stress
dice.
is about to have a bad time.
Rolling the dice
We'll
is
see.
taking its time.
I was gonna say if my lucky rolls were any
Why
indicator,
is it not rolling? Oh, there. 9 versus AC.
no
Left knife versus AC. 16.
missed.
Miss. And his tail knife versus reflex.
That is a hit. So he
Alright.
beat my 19.
Alright, we need a slash roll. D4 plus 4. Max damage with that. 8 damage. And he knocks
Sounds
you,
good.
and he kind of pulls your legs out from underneath you, knocking you prone from that. With that.
Oh, alrighty.
But that's
Once
all
this
he
immediate
did.
once this immediate interrupt's done, I'm I was thinking of marking him, but realistically, especially because he's granting combat advantage, which means he's sneak attack central right now. I'm probably just going to not attack him or mark him. He's probably going to be dead shortly. I believe in us and our ability to murder the heck out of him.
You still, so basically did everything.
Oh, yeah, I did. I completely spaced. For some reason, thought I didn't spend my action point, but I did. I did
You
everything. That's my turn.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Xalgos.
Alright. I still got a shifter in front of me.
Who grants combat advantage because it's a zone.
Yep.
And other things.
But he's the only one there. So I... quest plus 5. A tempting option has arisen.
Yes. Shift 1, close blast 5, getting Stormclaw, Shifter, in 3 hands. If I'm right about what
Or
the plan is.
shift 1 over here. Use close blast 5 to get these 4.
Yeah, true.
Ooh, that is a good option.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, so the shifter, it's like, well, the shifter is going to be dealing with me. He's right there.
Anyways, yeah. So,
But then again, I was here. That Cedra isn't really there.
No,
like
it's not. So that's
it's a,
I just realized Three Hands is down here giving me stress a hard time.
oh yeah.
So I'm going to use Thorn Spray and get these 3 named guys.
Alright, so Shifter, Shifter is 1, Stormclaw 2, 3 hands is 3.
Hey, yeah, why not? Counterclockwise. So here goes.
Shifter,
you're
I think you got
okay.
the
So
Shifter,
you
got the
you rolled a
Shifter.
9 against 3 eyes, right?
Yes.
You've got combat advantage because he's currently granting from the attack. You feel the coffee spirits guide your actions,
Shifter.
and you gain.
Shifter's hit. Let's see. Versus 4, 2, so 3 hands is missed. Or the 3. What's the 3 thing from? Oh, the coffee spirit.
Yeah, I used my Noble's Adept Insight or Noble Adept's Insight. So his 11 versus Fortitude just became a 14 against
Okay,
Fortitude.
so 3 hands and Shifter got hit then. So 10,
Alright, so they'll both take 10 non-elemental damage.
Is that including the +4 for? I'm sorry, it'll only get the +4 against 3 hands, but
yeah, but
don't forget you do have that.
yeah. So 14 versus 3 hands. He is all sorts of screwed up now.
Alrighty, so 3 hands in the shifter then. Take a -3 penalty to all their defenses until the end of my next turn.
Well,
As now, instead of bees flying out of my mouth, it's that's a human form thing. I would have shit the bed. Then
assume
spray
you're
some
just-
sprays. Still getting used to my druid.
yeah, Druid.
I
We've had that.
assume you're like spitting out coins, or not coins. I don't know why I
Thorns.
said coins. Spitting out quills, like some sort of horrible porcupine disaster.
That's
Alrighty.
basically it.
Alright.
And so I think, yeah, I'm happy with that. So I'll leave it at that.
Alright, so Three Hands' turn now. Three Hands is all sorts of screwed up, all sorts of angry. And he, I believe, is going to start off things by spitting out acid at stress. Because that's a thing. So, versus your reflex.
Oh, of course that'll hit.
Yep. And it will do the following amount of acid damage. 7 acid damage. And then, because he's pissed off at you even more, and that was a minor action for him, he is going to try and stab you 3 more times. Because, yeah, he's that angry. Right knife hit.
Uh-oh.
Left knife probably hit.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, my Skype crashed. I wasn't
And
able to hear everything
stabby
that
knife.
happened.
And crit. Okay. Let us see. Oh boy.
Stress might be in trouble.
It's all right. I think he's in trouble, so that's a good trade. And I've almost
So first
I've actually
hit,
blown my everything being a level 1
8.
character.
Second attack 7. And the third one was a crit for 8 damage. The third one.
Well, explain to me what happened. My Skype
Alright.
crashed, so I
He
missed
decided
everything.
to stab
after
you with
roll
all
damage.
3 of his knives
Sure.
after throwing up on
Okay.
you. First one was a 22 versus AC.
Yep.
Then an 18 versus AC.
Okay.
Then a crit versus reflex.
All right. Yeah. So all right. Sounds like he hit me.
So
So
8
then with that triple
plus
stab.
7 plus the crit was for an additional 8. So 16.
Sorry, did you say he hit you twice out of that 3? Or
3 times. 2 regular hits and a crit.
Okay.
3 total hits.
Yeah, he vomited acid on me, stabbed me once, missed me once, and then crit me.
Wait, did the 18 miss you?
Oh no, it didn't. That's right. I'm granting combat advantage because I'm on the ground.
Yeah, you forgot to get up, didn't you?
I didn't forget to get
oh
up.
no,
I
it hasn't
spent
been
my
your
move
turn
action.
yet. Sorry. Yes. Anyway, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Took
Yeah,
like
my bad.
23
I
damage.
I completely spaced on that.
Yeah, you took 23 damage. Ow.
All right. Yeah, I'm unconscious, but you guys
Oh,
can mop
boy.
them up.
Alright.
No, there's nothing to worry about. It's literally this is a mop up job at this point.
The kobolds are basically going to try and surround the beholder that they seem to think is more of a threat than anything else, and attempt to stab them because well they're
These are the
idiots.
faces of kobolds who have been zapped by beholders many, many times.
The shifter is going to try and stab Xalgos because why not? 18 versus AC.
That should do it.
Alrighty. Let me find the right dice amount. Well, close enough, I can fix it. Stabs you for 11 damage, ow.
Ow.
And
I am bloodied.
the Stormclaw is... How smart is the Stormclaw? Stormclaw is the only thing that has a positive amount of intelligence, apparently.
Ah, positive. Just like his
And
test
it's still
results.
stupid enough and still not smart enough to know Chocolate Beholder is not a threat. Yet.
The
These people know what
PTSD
Beholders is.
Chocolate Beholder, and is going to actually basically try and hit it with this kind, punch it with this lightning fist thing, failing to do anything to it.
He rallies his troops like, it must die, it must die.
And Zach, you are successfully
Alright.
hidden from pretty much everything.
I'm going to Sly Flourish 3 hands, and I am still hidden, correct?
Still hidden, and he's got combat. You got combat advantage, and I think he had the thing where he has -2 or 3, was it? From the thorn spray type
Alright.
thing. So yeah, he's easy to hit.
Very
So yeah,
good.
come on, roll a 2 or better.
You hit him, very much so, and
Does that down him?
And can sneak attack him because he's granting combat advantage. So you might as well roll that too. 2d6 actually. Alright, 9, 15, 16, 17. Alrighty.
Don't forget
Me.
+4 from Punishing Eye.
3 hands falls down. The shifter is the only one who's generally actually looking in that area, and basically sees Chief fall.
Yeah, I'm gonna slip around to the back here and try to be hidden again.
Gotcha. Make that stealth check. Not bad. Pretty good. Alrighty. Nobody's thought to look your direction yet. The chemist is just gonna is looking around in this general direction area, has seen a drow, and thinks the beholder is is being dealt with well enough. Gonna walk over here and throw something at Xalgos. It is cold. It is 11 versus reflex, which probably misses.
That misses.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, this square has like this small patch of ice and stuff as the thing shatters to
Well,
your
that was
side.
close.
Yeah. And Stress is unconscious now.
Oh, watch me roll a 20 on this death save, though. It'll be sweet.
Alrighty.
I'm just, of course, blowing hot air. I've only got a 5% chance of rolling any of these. So, for example, I roll a 6 instead.
Yep, you failed. Alrighty. Xalgos.
Alright. So, I've got a shifter and a chemist. I'm going to reassume my shapeshift, my Pantherantula form.
And buzz it. And buzzing bees or whatever it is.
Yep. Locust swarm. Right there.
Gotcha.
So shifter's
Shifter
1
and
and chemist is 2.
Alrighty. Shifter is hit. Chemist is also hit.
Alright, they
Or-
both take max damage, 13 damage.
Well, this one, the shifter takes 13, which is enough to kill it. And the
Really?
chemist is in the zone of the beholder, bar. And we'll take 4 more, puts it for a total of 17, which will bloody it.
Huh.
Yeah.
He might have, like, something like 22 HP. Could have been, like, something like killed on the dot, or just I'm just guessing at numbers, but, like, something like that.
So,
Well, I've been emboldened by this, so I'm going to step towards the chemist. I'm going to action point and drop bees. So
Here as
chemist
well.
is 1. So chemist is 1, Stormclaw is 2, and the minion is number 3.
and beholder is number 4.
Not like it matters.
I know.
Alright, no whammy. I got whammy.
Chemist. Well,
Well,
Chemist
still
is granting
12%.
combat advantage from the first effect,
So it's still 12 versus the chemist reflex.
which is not quite enough. The other two, I think, got hit. Let's see, Stormclaw was second, yep. And the other one, yep, you hit the other two, though, for 12 plus whatever the thing does, which is like 4. That guy's
I think so.
dead. So it's basically 16 damage. So, yeah,
Oh, man, I was really hoping I would hit the chemist.
I know.
Yeah, that would have actually been pretty sweet with your roll and everything. It's all right. Like I said, I like how with 3 of us we're in a very panicky situation where we're just kind of like the doors down, everything's exploding, but like bees are getting vomited everywhere. It's a fun little scrap.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess it's my
Alrighty.
turn then. That's everything I can
now. Now, at this point, I'm going to roll a d20 and see what the... Nope. Just seeing if something happened. 3 Hands is dead. The little kobold minions are there. Have noticed bees buzzing around the beholder. And I'm just going to shift the one... Oh, no, not there. There. And there. Their first thing they do. Kind of, beep. Oh, wait, they're not coming for us. And I'm just kind of... This one's going to kind of come over here. Here. And it's going to throw a little knife at Xalgos. 11 versus AC will probably miss.
That'll miss.
Okay. This guy is kind of trying to walk over here towards Stress. And Shifter's turn, and he is dead. Stormclaw's turn. He has noticed.
He's covered in bees!
So he is going to come through the bees and try and claw at Xalgos. He's actually got a good bonus. But it doesn't really matter because he rolled a 3. So that didn't work.
And I'm happy he missed,
Indeed.
because it probably would have killed me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure of that. Alrighty, Zach. You're hidden from pretty much everyone.
It's up to you to save the day once again.
Alright, I would like to clarify something. If I take out the kobold, threatening Stress, action point, and attack the chemist, would I have combat advantage on the chemist?
The chemist is in the zone that makes things grant combat advantage, so yes.
Excellent. Alright.
I missed him with the attack, but yeah, he's in the zone.
Yeah. He's actually
Oh, no.
in, he's actually in both zones. It's technically there's 2 there, but well, still.
Alright, I'm going to Sly Flourish the Kobold advancing on Stress.
Alrighty. 13 versus CC.
15 with combat advantage?
15 with combat advantage just will miss. It sails just over his head.
I know that feeling.
Action points.
I'm gonna hope that the kobold's going to get distracted by the knife and not go after Stress. I'm going to action point and throw a dagger at the chemist.
Alright, chemist. Go for it. Crit.
Hey there.
There we go.
Alright, the
With
chemist
sneak attack.
explodes.
Yeah, I was
I'm
about to say with
assuming you
sneak
do at
attack,
least-
I'll crit
That
it.
even with the crit and sneak attack, you will do at least 9 damage.
Yeah, your dagger
Well,
passes
find
through
out.
his head
Let's-
like
let's
you
see
were
what- let's see what
cutting
you're
up butter.
Let's find out what your minimum damage is from a crit.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's from the crit dice
Well, you
and
do-
then
well,
the
you-
sneak attack.
Well, you have maxed your regular damage, Plus, I believe your special magic dagger gives you an extra D8 you roll. And then
your sneak
whatever
attack
your
is
sneak
maxed.
attack is. Maxed as well.
And
Yes,
then, of course,
you've
he's still
obliterated
got
this guy.
punishing eye. Yeah, like I said, your dagger just passes through his head like you were like.
Yeah, he
Getting
is
butter ready
definitely
for
not
toast.
alive anymore. So yeah, but yeah. Anything else Zach wants to do, like move or a minor action of any kind?
Let's see. Do I have any minor actions?
I don't think you have many. If you do, it's not much of that. You don't.
No.
You can move. For example, Kobold won't be able to get too far if you're next to him. There's not much left out other than that Kobold, and two little Kobolds and the guy with the storm claws.
I would like to slide up behind the kobold threatening stress and kind of try and hide behind the fountain from the other's view, but be
Okay.
ready to knife the fuck out of him once he leaves me
Gotcha.
space.
Alright, make me a stealth check. It'll be a bit hard since it's not a really tall fountain.
But when has that ever stopped you? No fountain too short.
The little kobold here is going to try and see if it can see. Does not. The Stormclaw, I believe it was the one that had a very small amount of perception. It still doesn't see you.
Excellent.
So, and this kobold down here is kind of busy, trying to figure out which organ would be the best one to stab on stress. Alrighty, so Chemist is dead. Stress, make that death save or not.
Alright, come on. Let's do this thing. Haha, love it. Double my
Same one.
trouble.
Alright, Xalgos, you have some
Alrighty.
kobold.
I'm gonna shift back to humanoid form, which will let me shift over here.
If Stress dies, I'm coming back as Graham.
Graham enters the battle.
Hobgoblin
Grim
Barbarian.
Oh no, Graham was she was a sniper. She's seen some shit.
Hobgoblin
Alright,
Ranger?
I don't know. I'll think about it. But
Alright.
we're all assuming Stress is going to die here, when realistically the only thing I'll die here is filthy kobolds.
Alright,
Alright,
so
I'm gonna
Xalgos.
use magic stones.
Lower kobold,
Right.
upper kobold, then Stormclaw.
I was gonna say Stormclaw is number 1, the kobold next to it's number 2, and the kobold way down here is number 3.
Alright then. Go for it.
Stones! Aww.
Let's see, Stormclaw, what is it versus?
Reflex.
Of course, so he's in the great combat advantage zone, so that hits. The other ones miss. By a good bit. Yeah, Stormclaw is
Lame.
pretty much... Reflex is the only thing a 16 wouldn't hit usually, but he's in the combat advantage zone. So it's 8 damage to him, plus 4, for a total of 12 from that little chocolate beholder, which will just bloody him. Alrighty. And that's your
Alrighty.
turn. And
And since I haven't used my move action, I'm going to use my move and convert into a minor to use my Alone and Unafraid. When I'm not adjacent to any allies, I get a +2 to attack. I probably should use this first. +2 to attack rolls and defenses until the end of my next turn.
Alright, let's see if the... Nope. 3 hands is down. The kobolds. This one's going to come up to Xalgos. This one is just going to walk away from Zach. So he gets an attack of opportunity. Basic melee attack.
Alright.
Which is
Stab him.
20.
Stab him in the kidney.
probably... And somebody just
Oh.
disappeared.
There we go.
Alrighty.
That's quite a roll.
And he kind of...
And I get sneak attack on this?
Doesn't really matter because he has 1 hit point. But
Excellent.
yeah,
We'll say
basically
yes.
more or less.
We'll say yes, you do.
Yeah. Basically, you hit him, he down. He dead. This one, though, other one, though, went up to Xalgos and is going to try and stab him with a little knife and probably fail.
And
So
misses.
that seems to be the day. Shifter is dead. Stormclaw. The Stormclaw is going...
You got pelted in the face with a rock. You can't be happy about that.
And has seen someone stab one of his kobold minions over here. As Zach kind of just is no longer quite hidden after stabbing the kobold in the back and the front and pretty much everywhere else, since that was pretty nasty. He has noticed someone. He's gonna walk up to that one.
Ruh-roh.
And he is going to attempt to claw that guy. We just found out. For
Ow.
a 22 versus AC.
I'll do it.
This will hurt. Bonus again. This will hurt. 10 damage. It basically claws at you with sharpened nails.
It's gonna die.
Yeah. Cause guess whose turn is next? Hey Zach, there's a kobold. You just messed up your face a little bit.
You're not gonna stand for that, are you?
Are you?
I am going to bamf from existence to a space behind him.
Gotcha. And I'm assuming in the process try and be stealthy about it so he doesn't know where you're ending up at.
Quite.
So stealth check while you're doing for that. Oh yeah, plenty well. He has no idea where you've bamfed to yet.
Until I sly flourish him in the back of the head.
He's like, "Rah, what the hell?"
Alrighty. Oh yeah, that's a hit for 9 plus your sneak attack of 2d6, I believe.
Yeah.
Unless you took Backstabber, in which case it's 2d8.
Oh,
Ooh.
that is a ghetto crit all over the place.
You don't see that
Yeah.
every day.
Ghetto crit. He is you basically, well, the dagger went into the back of his head, stayed there for just a little fraction of a second longer than expected, then appeared back in your hand. He's not long for this world. He's in a world of pain, but he's still technically up for a little while longer.
He bleeds out before his next turn, right?
We'll see how that works.
Uh-oh.
He may not survive more than a few minutes. That may or may not, though, be long enough to, we'll find out.
Oh, now it's the moment of truth.
The chemist is dead. Stress Jorgen, make your death save.
Tell you what, I'm gonna unmute myself first too.
Alrighty.
Alright.
Come on.
Now, I can't even be mad if it's a third 6. But it's gonna be a 3. Or a 3 team.
Oh,
Yay.
barely up. Barely still going.
If he does roll another 6, he stays alive, but he comes back with infernal powers.
Suddenly a
Alright.
threat appears. Oh, I can't do that.
Alrighty.
Oh,
Xalgos, you
Alright,
have a
son.
kobold on you.
Yep, backing up and doing magic stones again. Stormclaw's 1, Kobold's number 2, and there's no third target.
Gotcha. That's a
Alright.
crit.
Damn.
Alright, this kobold's definitely dead. From that 19.
Raise your hand if you're a kobold, you're still alive, and you just really want to go home
Alrighty.
now.
Here's the thing. That Stormclaw had a nice big hole in the back of his head from the knife made. Your stone, with that crit, goes straight in it and bounces around, smashing up his brains. For enough. For enough. Come on. For enough to kill him.
That got a little scary there.
Oh man, I believed in all of us. Like, that was such a fun little fight.
We can't lose stress.
Although, yeah, no, we can't.
We can't lose our Coffee-Mancer.
Now, though, that was Xalgos' standard action to take those two down. Stress appears to be bleeding and is not coffee. What do you do? Have you
Pull the handle on my portable espresso machine and just start pouring the liquid down my throat. I'll be okay.
All right. Here's the
My
thing.
theme will play.
Xalgos,
I'll
use your
ready to
action
go.
point?
Yeah, I used it already.
Oh boy.
I'll flex my arm and like an espresso cup will appear in the
Alrighty.
bicep.
Here. So end of round. We'll see. Still nothing special happened. We'll be going initiative for one last round, and then we'll see how Stress is doing. Zach, no more Kobold. Stress is down.
Now, I am a local celebrity. I'm sure the local clergy will be more than happy to chip in for a revival.
Yeah, at this point, our errant war priest shows up, out of breath, and says, "Let me help."
Well, that's what I've been rolling for. You kind of left him back behind. If I got at least a 10, he'd arrive. And I never did.
Got hung up on that halfling door is what happened.
He's like, I can't get through this without taking my armor off.
So, so Zach, he probably will get here at the end of this round.
I would
Stress
like
has
to
one
try
more
and
chance.
stabilize Stress.
Well, try and stay.
Alright. It's a heal
Well,
check.
despite my namesake, no pressure.
Heal check.
The
What was
DC is 15 to stabilize the dying.
Alrighty. Need a
Alright,
total of
plus
15.
2. Nothing could go wrong here. Sweet.
Stress is stable.
He no longer needs to make death saves.
I've got bandages wrapped over my head.
I saw a professional do this once.
That's right. I taught him everything he knows.
Alright, so Stress
On that note, I'll be right back.
yeah, Stress is very is still breathing a little heavily, but at least he's still breathing. Still semi-unconscious. Did I miss anything? Oh. Okay. And your errant wild and war priest kind of shows up.
He's all like, well, shit, I don't have to do a thing. You guys bandaged him perfectly.
Alrighty.
His abdomen. Stress has an abdomen because he's a hobgoblin.
That checks out.
Alright, so Zach, Stress, and Xalgos, when this player gets back, make me perception checks.
Yes. I'm great at that.
Not so good.
I say sarcastically. Oh, is my character... Oh, that's probably why.
I couldn't possibly rely on my passive perception, could I?
Well, we'll see how this goes after we
what?
see if Stress no. Stress doesn't
What I do, roll a 5? Yeah, I rolled a 5.
And what I need Xalgos once. Jared, are you there? You back? Jared said he was going somewhere. Well, anyways, after a moment of, kind of cleaning up and kind of making sure everybody is gonna live, particularly Stress.
Alrighty, I'm back.
Yeah, Xalgos, make us a perception check. You're our only hope. Oh, look good. Xalgos sees a large something flying overhead towards the river, and shortly after it flying over, a loud crash of something going through a wooden wall or ceiling, or a roof, in that direction.
That doesn't sound good.
And didn't look good. It was big. It was a big thing. And how's everybody feeling?
Wow, I feel just groovy.
Alright.
In game or out of game?
What?
In game or out of game?
Out of game, as in you, the people.
In order to form a more perfect union.
Something like that. How are you feeling as far as, can you go farther? We kind of need, Alex is kind of out of, way. So.
By the by, was that an encounter for all 4 of us, or was that an encounter for 3 people?
It was
So I
an
wanna know how
encounter,
long-
I was expecting 4, 2, and maybe 5. So yeah, you
Well, I'd say,
did very well.
yeah, I'd say that turned out. Yeah, say that turned out exactly as I thought.
Yeah, it was supposed to be for 4, possibly 5, if Chris had been able to play. But yeah,
yeah, I feel strongly about how we handled that.
also note, one of those things was a level 4 creature, another was a level 2 elite, and you managed to actually, deal with them
Who
very
was
well.
level 4?
The Stormclaw.
Ah.
3 hands with the elite.
I figured he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he action pointed, so the minute he did that, I was like, if this guy's a solo, we're done for.
Actually,
But
he never did
then he
use
died.
his action point.
oh,
he
he
did
didn't,
have- he
because he
That thing when he had the
Oh, he-
the bloody thing.
probably a minor action then. Oh no, you used your triple attack as an immediate interrupt, and then on his turn you acid breathed me or something.
Yeah, which is
and
a minor,
Yvonne
a
asked-
minor action.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
the
meant.
minor-
That's
It's a minor action for a small amount of damage to blast 3, and he only can use it once.
didn't he use it earlier? I thought then. I thought
No.
I thought you remembered you saying he breathed people earlier.
No, I don't think he was the one he did that. Well, whatever.
no worries.
Anyways, it was a long battle. But yeah.
Oh yeah, I
how's
mean I'm not
everybody
like
feeling?
I'm not poking holes or anything. I just was like caught off guard at your mention of
No.
that stuff. What?
Oh yeah, one other thing. Xalgos, since you saw the flying thing, make me a nature check.
Alright.
You know, that's the stat for UFOs.
Okay. From what you saw, that was probably some kind of dragon. If you're right about what it was. Though,
What color was it?
Well, it was not blue, or green, or red. Definitely.
It was
That would have shown
periwinkle.
up that those colors. Blue would have been hard to see in the blue sky. Those other 2 colors. It was, as far as you could tell, it's something grayish, and it was moving pretty fast. So you didn't get a good look at it.
I'd say it was puce.
Ah, yes, the ever deadly puce dragons.
Actually, so I think we'll leave this at the. I think we will leave this at this tonight because, well, without Alex,
we might need our
you
healer.
might need a full healer as well as your Coffee-Mancer.
Yeah, I
And
will say,
forth.
as this battle illustrated, although I think, actually, you know what, I will say, out of my powers, my daily, certainly helped, I think, for adding something while I was unconscious. But I think it easily illustrated how not main healer I am.
Yeah, but you did survive, and I was really worried, especially at the beginning without the sock there. But I think we'll leave that at here tonight, and we'll finish up our little streaming recording thing.
Oh, righty.
That's right. There are
I say,
actually
Yanni,
people
this
willingly watching this.
Some of them,
And
yeah.
by people, I mean person.
Well,
Hey, I tune in every once in a while.
alrighty. Well, anything else we want to say to our viewer?
Never reveal the Wu-Tang secret.
Never pet a burning dog.
Never burn your dog before petting him.
Alrighty, well, then we're gonna get going then. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Spay and
See
neuter
you
your
later.
burning dog.